time is ticking, man, I gotta get my hustle on. The grind is gritty in my city, I bring all the bacon home. I stay canned potatoes, I feed to my gators. They breed in the envy, I feed to my haters. Oh, slave.
Daughter of Iris Duncan and George Walker, granddaughter of the late George Sr. and alma Walker. Her local family history goes back to people who changed Gainesville and can be seen in both those who were enslaved at the Hill Plantation and those who escaped the tragedy of the massacre at Rosewood. Coming from the Alachua County Public School System, she graduated in 1994 from Newell's High School and became the first Black female president of the Student Government Association. 4 years later, in 1998, she received her Bachelor of Arts in Speech Communications from the prestigious Bethune-Cookman University in 2010. However, she always kept her home and her background near to her, and she followed a motto from her parents that we should all take to heart: never forget the bridge that brought you over. And keeping this in mind, she returned home in 2014 to tend to the business that her parents left and that gave so much to her community. Following her return home, she's been the founder of the Gainesville Alliance for Equitable Development, the cultural coordinator of the
Good evening, Gainesville. Good evening. Good evening, Gainesville. Good evening. All right, how you feeling tonight? Is everybody having a good time? I gotta tell you, when I turned into the parking lot and could not find a place to park, I knew it was on me. Can somebody just put their hands together for everybody who had a role in making tonight possible? I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to this incredible staff who has worked with me so willingly, so graciously, and really made tonight something very, very special. I want to thank all of my colleagues. Commissioner Cornell, your presence here tonight is greatly appreciated, sir. I thank you in advance for walking with me through this journey and bringing this to fruition. You understand the importance of this, sir. I greatly appreciate you. All of the community organizations, the arts organizations, the art leaders, the artists, my friends who understand and live the power that is art. You guys have been phenomenal. I'm overwhelmed and already talking too much. It is my honor to bring to you two very important people in my life. I cut my teeth right here in Gainesville at the City of Gainesville's after-school cultural arts programs. I was fortunate because I had a mom and a dad and grandparents who just valued the arts. And so they threw me in some theater programs and I started loving it. I got bit by the theater bug early in my life. And so acting became one of my things. I understand the power of that art form to change life. I also understand how it's directly tied to reading comprehension. I'm a lover of music, a singer, used to make a little money. But music is directly linked to math. There's more to that in the conversation coming up. But in my gratitude, I never forget my grandmother, who's largely responsible for planting seeds in me that would grow to appreciate the art and want to share them. And so, she taught me some words that I'd like to share with you. And I like to think they govern my life. I'm remembering them without saying them. I have to live with myself. And so, I want to be fit for myself to know. I want to be able, as the days go by, always to look myself straight in the eye. I don't want to stand with the setting sun and hate myself for the things that I've done. I don't want to hide on a closet shelf a lot of secrets about myself. And fool myself as I come and go into thinking that nobody else will know the kind of person that I really am. I don't want to dress myself up in shame. I don't want to look at myself and know that I'm bluster and bluff and empty show. I want to go out with my head erect. I want to deserve all men's respect. But here, in the struggle for fame and pelf, I just want to be able to like myself. I never can hide myself from me. I see what others may never see. I know what others may never know. I never can fool myself, and so whatever happens, I want to be self-respecting and conscience-free. Thank you.
Time is ticking, man, I gotta get my hustle on. The grind is gritty in my city, I bring all the bacon home. I steak and potatoes, I feed to my gators. They breed in the envy, I feed to my haters. Oh, slave.
And so tonight, we will engage in what I look forward to being a true community engagement experience. We want you to talk back to us tonight, okay? It is my joy to invite to the stage someone that I've known almost all of my life, someone that I revered in the arts and culture space, Mr. Marion J. Caffey. Became Arts Director of the One Nation, One Project, Arts for Everybody, Gainesville, Florida. This project will have him give back to the youth through the arts, culture, and mental health right here in his hometown, Gainesville, Florida. The emphasis of that project is gun violence prevention. Marion is the product of proud Sun Florida educators who worked in the Florida education system for more than 80 years. He has the rare distinction of having written, directed, performed, and choreographed on and for the Broadway stage. He is the current and longtime producer of the iconic talent competition, Amateur Night at the Apollo. This live weekly show is the longest running talent competition in American history and still going strong. His new venture, away from the entertainment industry, new Amazon bestseller, My Estate Planner, Essential Information. Born out of a personal need, this workbook solution seems to have been something many can use. It is a book to record the information and location of documents, assets, assets, information, and obligations so they can be located in case of incapacitation or loss. His new company, Sunshine Publications, LLC, can be found online. His theatrical works have appeared on Broadway, Japan, New Network Television, PBS, great performances, The White House, J.F. Kennedy Center, the Apollo Theater, and around the globe on 3 continents. Marion is an Army vet and a proud member of the fraternity Omega Psi Phi. He attended FAMU, I'm feeling away. So I guess it's okay. He attended FAMU, where he played the drums in the incomparable Marching 100. Yeah. You may know him from World Tenors Unleashed, 3 More Tenors, the musical animated series. He has an incredible list of accolades that literally would have us here for much longer tonight than probably some of us want to be here. So if you'll just be so kind as putting your hands together for Mr. Marion J. I would be remiss if I didn't take some bragging rights here and say, and he's from District 1. Yeah. Next, it is my honor to invite a friend that I met later in my artistic career. When I moved to Miami-Dade County on a whim, I met this wonderful human being who showed me how to expand a talent into a career and arts education. As a native Miamian, Marshall L. Davis is a graduate of Miami Northwestern Senior High School. He was destined for a career in the arts. Davis attended Miami-Dade College and then earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts from Florida Atlantic University. As a student at FAU, he was president of the Black Students Theater Association, vice president of the Black Students United, and served as a college recruiter. He has taught at the Talent Expressive Arts program at Rainbow Park Elementary and worked as a recruiter for both Miami-Dade College and Florida International University. In December 1983, Mr. Davis became managing director of the African Heritage Cultural Arts Center. Remember that name. It is in Liberty City, where he continues at the helm to this day. At the African Heritage Cultural Arts Center, he designed a comprehensive developmental multi-arts program that has provided instruction and artistic experiences for numerous students, many of which have gone on to Broadway, television, film, and venues around the world to showcase their talents. 2 of his day students who went on to lead successful careers in the performing arts are Robert Battle, Artistic Director of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, and Terrell Alvin McCraney, who wrote the Oscar-winning film Moonlight. Over the decades, Marshall Davis's leadership at the center has provided significant improvements to the facility and campus grounds. They include a state-of-the-art gallery, transformation of the Black Box Theater, a music hall with practice studios, a concert hall, and a piano lab. Currently, plans are being discussed to build a new facility and to renovate and construct a more state-of-the-art center that will prepare future artists as well as provide a venue for even more artistic programs, exhibits, and cultural events. He has had several roles aside from directing the center, including serving as a host of the television shows Expression in Black Arts, Arts in Our Community, and Cultural Perspective. His accomplishments include recognition for excellence in the arts by Miami-Dade Community Affairs Office of Black Affairs, the Children's Trust, Miami Children's Initiative, and the Black Archives of Miami-Dade County. Davis recently chaired the Cultural Arts Center, Miami, Florida.
I'm doing pretty good.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What Ms. Andrew Walker didn't tell you is she's a sensational actress, sensational singer, and there's an award they have in South Florida called the Carpenter Award. It's comparable to the Tony Award. She was a winner. Esmond Duncan.
There you go. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. You were a huge part of encouraging and inspiring me in that way. Thank you. We have a little bit of housekeeping before we get into this conversation, gentlemen. I have just been handed this announcement to please tell all individuals standing on the walls. Hey, John. To please sit in the empty chairs. It is a safety issue. If you find yourself standing along the walls, there is apparently a safety issue, and we kindly invite you to take a seat. Thank you so much. So, gentlemen, I'm excited for a robust conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's do this. We're going to do this a different way tonight. We're not going to over-intellectualize anything. We're artists, right? We got an audience, right? But most importantly for me, we have people here who want to hear and who want to engage. They want to engage and understand what a cultural arts center is. Why is it so important? What is the meaning of all of this? Is there any real community impact? I mean, why? I think everyone in this room has probably heard me talk about the importance of a cultural arts center and why one needs to be here in Gainesville, and more specifically in East Gainesville. I don't want them to hear it from me anymore. I want them to hear it from you. Take it away, jump in, let's get this party started.
First things first.
Yeah.
What she didn't say about me was, I went to Newberry Elementary School, Williams Elementary School, Lincoln High School, and Gainesville High School.
There you go.
So I'm from the group. Lincoln Estates was really, really important for growing up here and being immersed in the arts. Even through the community theaters here, Gainesville Community Playhouse was the first place I ever performed here, Hippodrome Theater later on. But what we've been missing is a home in the southeast side of Gainesville, culturally speaking, with the arts. So the arts really, no matter what job you have, no matter where your career stands, you either listen to music all day at your work or clamor for it when you leave home. It is the soul of who we are. There is a thing called the drum. The closest thing to the drum we have is our heartbeat. Those are two things that you'll never get away from. You can fly from here to China, get off the plane, and walk into a city, and the first music you hear, you stop and look. You get off and go to the New York City. Anywhere you go, music is playing, and it stops the human soul. It will make you stop and just listen. Who's playing those drums? Are they beating on cans? Are they playing African drums? It is really literally connected to our spirit as humans. We must have it. If you think this world is in trouble now, if they cut out the arts, we've got about 2 days left. Art is so necessary to our survival as a species. So it's really, 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 really important. And we've allowed the kids now to go straight to the phones. If not already having a real effect on reading, on concentration, on studying. These kids need to get on stage, need to articulate, need art, and they cut it out of schools, which is insane in itself. But we have to really keep focusing on beating this drum, that the drum beats within us, that it is arts are so necessary to
and how tragic it is when they're pulled out of schools. I want to take us back, Gainesville. Does anybody remember when we had an arts academy at Duval Elementary? Anybody remember that? I remember that. I want to give a little background and a little context for anybody who does not know. When Dr. Leonetta McNeely introduced the arts program at Duval Elementary, she took that school from an F to an A in a matter of months. I'm going to say it, in a matter of months, with the Center for Arts. When it no longer existed, we saw the reverse. We saw the school go right back to where it was. And I believe that speaks once again to the power of the arts. Mr. Davis, every day you deal with students.
Instrumental music, vocal music, visual arts, fashion arts, cinematic arts. We're working on a literary program. It's key to who we are as a species. What does the art do for us? First, let me say this. In Africa, there's no word really for art. Not art for art's sake. Art is for human sake. Art has a function. It has a purpose. Our lives are not all that they could and should be without the arts. One, as the Commissioner told us, the art activates our brain. Most of us don't love brain. When we get engaged in arts, we open the channels, synapses, to build brain cells on the right side. So you can look at the brain and look like a nut. You want to be a half a nut or a whole nut. So you want to be a whole nut. You want to have everything as a human being that you can have to be creative. Our program, as you've heard, has been very effective in changing and transforming lives. Academy Award, on Broadway, traveling around the world, in the movies, on television, just doing their best selling, just relaxing. Not only do we have artists, we have people that have become better or commissioned, writing books, doing all kinds of things because they activate a part of themselves that they didn't realize they truly had. There's an artist in everyone here. You may not have found it, you may have just touched it, you may have been playing with it, but there's an artist in you. Art, as I perceive it, and as it's been said, is an expression from the soul, the inner essence of who we are. Without it, we lose a great part of ourselves. We lose the ability to communicate and to express ourselves. Art is prophetic. I've been watching you today. I'm impressed.
Time is ticking, man, I gotta get my hustle on. The grind is gritty in my city, I bring all the bacon home. I steak and potatoes, I feed to my gators. They breed in the envy, I feed to my haters. Oh, slave.
My language.
Don't do that.
Why?
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Alright, what the business is, Corey Williams. We are here leaving the art symposium. Desmond Walker, I mean, you saw it. I mean, just what we're trying to do here in Gainesville, we can do a portion of what they're doing down there in Miami at the African Art Heritage Center. I mean, it would mean so much to these kids. I'm Corey Williams. I'm an artist. You know this. I'm trying to make more noise with my program and my company, Superior Moves Records. We're at 321 Northwest 10th Street in Gainesville, and I'm trying to make some noise. I'm an artist, coming to these things, try to get my face out, and network with the people. So keep doing your thing, believe in yourself, be original, be off the chains. We out.